Welcome back to Mastering MHA, MBA, your graduate level guide for leadership and team science. Today we begin Chapter 6A, Team Communication and Collaboration, adapted from Lee Thompson's Making the Team 6th edition, published by Pearson Education. Because Chapter 6 covers two major domains, communication and knowledge sharing, followed by mental models and TMS, we are splitting it into two videos. Part 6A covers collaboration, knowledge sharing, tacit knowledge, absorptive capacity, and communication dynamics. Part 6B will cover mental models, representational gaps, TMS, the common information effect, and team learning objectives. In this lesson, you will learn first is how teams collaborate to generate insights no individual could create alone. Second is why communication is uneven and how it affects performance. Third is how explicit and tacit knowledge differ. Fourth is why absorptive capacity and information elaboration matter. Fifth is how knowledge hiding harms creativity. Sixth is how communities of practice and adaptive capacity drive learning. And seventh is how high-risk teams coordinate through monitoring and talking to the room. Section 1, Introduction, the LIGO Gravitational Wave Story. Our chapter begins with one of the greatest scientific collaborations in history, the discovery of gravitational waves, predicted by Albert Einstein. Over 1,000 scientists worked together across continents in the LIGO project. Their success depended on impeccable communication, deep knowledge sharing, and specialized validation teams, including a secret blind injection group that tested whether the rest of the team could distinguish real signals from artificial ones. This story illustrates the core theme of Chapter 6. Team performance depends on how well knowledge is communicated, processed, and combined. Section 2, Collaboration and Inferences. Collaboration, the art of shared knowledge. Collaboration is the exchange, integration, and use of knowledge to solve complex problems. True collaboration requires members to combine information in ways that create new insights, not merely share existing facts. Three types of inferences. Teams rely on three kinds of inferences. Individual inferences, insights one person generates alone. Shared inferences, insights that multiple members generate independently. Collaborative inferences, insights that emerge only when team members combine their unique knowledge. Teams are least skilled at collaborative inferences, yet these are the most valuable. Improving collaboration. Two strategies improve collaboration. First, allow time for individual recall, what Thompson calls internal recording. When people reflect alone before speaking, unique knowledge surfaces. Second, use a process script, a structured approach for information gathering and sharing. Scripts ensure team members share unique information, not just what is already known. Section 3, Uneven Communication. The uneven communication problem. In most teams, a small minority of people do most of the talking. This is the uneven communication problem. And here's the risk. The most informed people may not be the most vocal. This means teams often follow the loudest voice, not the smartest voice. Section 4, Knowledge Specialization. Unique expertise and status. Teamers who have unique expertise often feel excluded, especially if others undervalue their input. Yet research shows they are still the most likely to emerge as leaders. Teams depend on their specialized knowledge, even when they don't fully recognize it. Tacit versus explicit knowledge. There are two types of knowledge. Explicit knowledge, direct, codified, and easy to communicate policies, data, instructions. Tacit knowledge, intuitive, experience-based, and difficult to verbalize. Tacit knowledge transfer requires inference, observation, and shared experience. Tacit knowledge becomes most valuable when team members have different kinds of expertise because it fuels creativity and innovation. Knowledge hiding. Knowledge hiding occurs when team members intentionally conceal knowledge. It triggers a reciprocal distrust loop. You hid knowledge from me, so I'll hide knowledge from you. Worse, research shows knowledge hiders also harm their own creativity because hiding disrupts internal learning processes. Section 5, Transforming Knowledge into Solutions. Absorptive capacity. Absorptive capacity is a person's ability to recognize, assess, assimilate, and apply new knowledge. It determines whether information becomes usable insight. People with high absorptive capacity convert new ideas into action quickly, a critical leadership skill. Information elaboration theory. Information elaboration theory states that diverse teams succeed only when they can transform breadth of knowledge into solutions. Diversity alone does nothing. It becomes powerful only when teams elaborate information, analyze, integrate, and apply it. Experienced community of practice. A community of practice is a shared domain where members exchange knowledge, vocabulary, and experience. Indicators of a strong community include open communication, a shared vocabulary, ability to recall past lessons, communities of practice strengthen expertise and accelerate learning. Adaptive capacity. Adaptive capacity is a team's ability to change strategies in response to uncertainty or upheaval. High adaptive capacity teams pivot effectively, shifting roles, workflows, or priorities without losing momentum. This skill is essential in healthcare, crisis response, and rapidly changing industries. Section 6. Monitoring and talking to the room. Team member monitoring. In high-risk teams like surgical units, flight crews, or military squads, members engage in implicit coordination. One key behavior is team member monitoring, keeping track of colleagues' actions to anticipate needs and prevent errors. Talking to the room. Another implicit coordination behavior is talking to the room. This is undirected talk, statements made aloud to the entire group, such as announcing status updates or verbalizing self-monitoring. It keeps everyone aware and synchronized, even when the message is not directed at a specific person. Concluding this part of chapter, team performance depends on how well knowledge is communicated, shared, and processed. Strong collaboration requires uneven communication awareness, deep tacit knowledge transfer, trust and openness, absorptive capacity, strategic information elaboration. Monitoring and talking to the room, teams succeed not only by sharing knowledge, but by transforming it. This video is adapted from Leigh L. Thompson's Making the Team, a guide for managers, 6th edition, Pearson Education. Thank you for watching Mastering MHA, MBA. In Chapter 6b, we'll explore mental models, representational gaps, transactive memory systems, hidden profiles, and collective intelligence.